Today from Boat on Course, you'll learn all about essential boating safety gear. Being on the water is one of the best ways to enjoy the outdoors, no matter the season or weather. Are you ready for an adventure? Remember that no two boating trips are the same, so using a pre-departure checklist is one of the best ways to be prepared. You'll want to make sure that your safety gear is in good working order and you have all the safety equipment to meet the legal requirements. When taking an inventory of your gear, consider the experience and comfort level of your passengers. Even when you take short trips on your boat, get prepared by reviewing your checklist. Let's review legally required and recommended safety gear. Remember, having and knowing how to use all safety gear is essential. Now, let's get started. You may be selected for a vessel safety check, so let's make sure you have the 6 legally required safety items aboard. You'll need a properly fitting U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket on board for each passenger. Be proactive and recommend that your passengers put on their life jacket at the dock before departure and wear it at all times while boating. If your boat is longer than 16 feet, it's required that you have a throwable flotation device. A cushion or a ring buoy can be used, and we suggest having at least one throwable with the line attached in case you need to pull someone back to the boat. Let's look at the legal requirement for fire extinguishers. If your boat is under 26 feet, you're required to have at least one B1 type extinguisher. If your boat is 26 to 40 feet, you'll need 2 B1 type extinguishers or 1 B2 type. It's important to check the expiration dates. Check that the device is charged and in good working order, and make sure that all passengers know where the extinguisher is and how to use it. Remind them to pull the pin, squeeze the handle, and aim at the base of the flames. Another required item is a sound signaling device. The type of device required may be dictated by the length of your vessel. For example, a vessel of 12 meters or more needs a whistle, and a vessel less than 12 meters is not required to carry a whistle, but is highly advisable as the rules state. The vessel shall be provided with some other means of making an efficient sound signal. These devices can be particularly useful in heavy fog. The requirements for a visual signaling device vary by vessel type and individual state laws. Signaling devices include flares and strobe lights. Boats over 16 feet must carry visual signaling devices, so check your state requirement to ensure you have the proper device. We often receive questions about what signaling devices are required, and your location from land may have an impact on carriage requirements. Be safe and check your local and state regulations. You'll need certain documents on board, including your boat registration. If your state requires a boating safety certificate or education card, each boat operator will need their copy. If you are fishing, check your local and state laws since most areas require a fishing license. Make sure to have these legally required items prior to departure and check with your local state laws. Next, let's review additional safety gear that's recommended to keep you and your passengers safe. Some state laws vary, so having these items on board can help ensure safety and legal requirements are met. Maybe you are boating to get away from the hustle and bustle of life, but a communication device can save your life if you get into trouble. Most boaters have a cell phone, which is great when there's a signal. A communication device that relies on satellite transmission is more reliable on the waterways. Using the VHF radio, you can send a message to other boaters or the U.S. Coast Guard. In the unfortunate event that you find yourself in an SOS situation, a personal locator beacon, commonly called a PLB, can attach to your person, or an emergency position indicating radio beacon, or EPIRB, which is installed on your boat, can save your life. If you're not ready to make the investment, there are some organizations who rent these devices. You never know when you may need a Band-Aid or get a splinter. A simple medical kit is good to have on board your boat. If your plans include fishing, swimming, or staying in one place, having an anchor is important. Always remember that an anchor is attached to the bow of the boat only. Never attach an anchor to the stern. Carrying a heavy-duty flashlight helps, especially if you find yourself out after sunset. Keeping a sharp knife on board is useful if you have an entanglement around your propeller. A snorkel mask can come in handy in these situations too. Remember, always wear your life jacket before attempting any in-water maintenance. Gas engines produce carbon monoxide, which can accumulate in and around your boat. There are precautions you should take to keep passengers away from engine and generator exhaust elements. Having a portable carbon monoxide detector on board will alert you if there are dangerous levels. The symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning resemble seasickness, so a detector is an important safety device to keep your passengers safe. Each boating trip is different, and you should assess the experience and comfort level of your passengers before going on the water. So, Pack accordingly and ensure that you have plenty of water, sunscreen, food, and towels, in addition to the above listed items. If you have a passenger who requires life-saving medication, be sure they brought it on board. Remember to check the 6 requirements against your local and state laws to ensure you have a complete gear list, and also include the recommended items. You may have some of this gear already. Now, let's go have a perfect day of boating.